After a Minnesota woman was shot and killed by an ICE agent, legal questions were raised. 6 News anchor Bo Williams takes some of those questions to legal analyst Greg Isaacs in this week's Ask Isaacs.
All right, Greg, thanks a lot for joining us as always.
Bo, good to be here.
All right, videos hit social media with incredible speed after Renee Good was shot and killed last week by an ICE agent in Minneapolis. There followed an instant divide, though, among Americans after seeing the video, the images, reacting to whether or not the shooting was justified. So, Greg, first of all, kind of help us understand here the facts, what we see, and then what the law, what the rules say in a situation like this.
Much like George Floyd, this use of lethal force by law enforcement has captured the nation and polarized the nation on whether it was justifiable or not justifiable. First of all, let's look at what happened. Renee Good and her spouse were there in the middle of a ICE operation. One of the ICE vehicles became disabled in the snow. It's not clear, but it appears they were there to protest and interfere. Other ICE agents respond. They were directed to leave the vehicle. The spouse had gotten out and was filming. Good puts the car in reverse, then attempts to move forward. Then, frame by frame, the videos depict the Homeland Security officer discharging his firearm not once, twice, 3 times, and he appears to be beside the vehicle when the use of lethal force occurred.
All right, so when we're talking about the law here, as far as federal, state law, kind of walk us through what we're looking at here.
Well, the U.S. Supreme Court in Barnes versus Felix has recently addressed the issue of when it's appropriate for a federal officer to use lethal force. They've changed the test. It's not the moment of threat. It is now an analysis of the totality of the circumstances. So you have to look at the conduct of Ms. Good, the officer, why they were there, etc. Also, it's an objective standard, not just from the officer's perspective, but what a reasonable person would have done. Very interesting, the Department of Homeland Security policies and procedures, they dissuade discharging a weapon at a moving vehicle. You are not allowed to be in front of a moving vehicle, and you are required to try to exhaust alternative methods before doing that. Tennessee law, on the other hand, you are justified in using lethal force if someone has committed a felony involving serious bodily injury, death, grievous sexual harm, or you feel that the officer is in imminent fear of serious bodily injury or death, or others. You are required to give a warning, and then and only then can you use lethal force. But Tennessee requires alternative methods to be explored. Federal policy calls for de-escalation. But Bo, when you look at the totality of the circumstances, people are divided and people are split. And the question is such: can you interfere with a police investigation, and does that interference rise to the level of justifying lethal force based on that officer's position when the gun was fired?
All right, we're going to continue to see how this one plays out. Greg, as always, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
And if you have a legal question, send it to AskIsaacs@WATE.com. And remember, we talk with Greg every Wednesday at 5:30 right here on Channel 6. For a deeper conversation, you can watch right now on our free WATE 6 Plus app.